Hello. This week we have learned about lithography, and there are lots of steps in lithography. Uh, there, this week I'm gonna talk about light source and spin coating. Light source is about wavelength, which we use it we use in lithography. Wavelength. Uh, when your wavelength is smaller, then the more accurate then you can make uh, semiconductor. These days we use UV ultraviolet because it's easy to get and easy to use and it's real small. Real small. They have a little wavelength. Uh, there are lots of ways to make a UV laser. UV to use the HG xenon lamp lithography. There are G line, H line, and I line, which means G line's wavelength is 436 nanometer, and H line is obviously 405. I line is 365. Uh, this HG xenon lamp lithography makes a special spectacle uh, a variable wavelength, but it makes a few wavelengths makes strong, like G line, H line, I line. And then you have a DUV, which called deep ultraviolet, which is smaller than the smaller wave, which have smaller wavelengths than HG xenon lamp lithography. Well, this is too. This is also like this is like HG xenon lamp lithography. There are there are three types of lasers. Uh, laser in use at company, but our argon F may use no they use argon F very much, and they don't use F2 excimer laser well. And then these days we use a EUV called extreme ultraviolet lithography, uh, and this is much smaller. This have a much smaller wavelength than DUV HG xenon lamp, and then this means that EUV can draw a much smaller semiconductor at wafer, and it is very challenging to make EUV, and this picture shows that. And then and then I want to talk about spin coating. Well, I have tr- I have done spin coating, PR, and developer in my laboratory, and in my laboratory we have a spin coating device, and I know there are several steps at spin coating, like at first you want to we used PR as called SU8, and once you pour SU8 on a plastic material, or we don't have wafer, so we use plastic. So when you pour a SU8 on plastic, then you have to get a vacuum. You have to get vacuum this plastic thing to not to move around while you spin coating. So you vacuum it here, and then you have to choose uh, which RPM you're gonna use and how long you're gonna spin coat at first. So like there are several steps at spin coating, but as I remember, there I like this is RPM. Mhm. First, and you vacuum, then you the RPM gets higher, 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 and then stop. And then, as I remember, it stopped at for 30, 15 seconds, 15 seconds, and 30 seconds. And yeah, I think I have done like this. And then you want to soft bake this on because bake like 70-degree at 2 for 10 minutes, I think. Uh, there are tools that how to use the SU8 and PR how to PR SU8 and at Google. So I have tried it. So, and this graph shows that when you spin coat higher RPM, when you use higher RPM, then your thickness will get much smaller than or uh, when your RPM is low, but your time is long. When your spin coating time is long, then your thickness gonna small. It's, it's like that. So this is done. This is what I learned this week.